So step 3 is listen to the call. Now we recommend that you use conference or 3-way calling. 3-way them right into the call, right then and there. See, you might run into somebody that just literally doesn't have 5 minutes at that point. And if that's the case, find out when you can call them. I'll be free around 4. Great, I'll call you then. Because here's what I know. If I 3-way them into the call, I know they're going to listen to it. See, why create an extra step? Why now have to say, well, let me give you the call, and then you got to listen to it, and now I got to follow up with you, and then you don't listen to the call, and then I'm calling you tomorrow, right? You know what I'm saying? You're creating an extra step. Say, do you have 5 minutes right now? And put them on the phone right then and there, okay? There's the number. That's one of the numbers, okay? Check with your support team. They'll give you the entire array of calls that we have. And you can choose and listen to, choose which one you want. Doesn't matter. Ask them, 5 minutes right now. Now, it's important for me to say one thing. Don't just put them on the call. Don't just say, I want you to listen to a call. I want you to listen to an overview of what I'm involved with, done by one of the top executives in the company. Just create a little bit of value, right? So if you put them on my call, when this lunatic gets on and starts yelling at them, they're like, all right, this is a successful lunatic, at least. There's at least a little bit of value. You've got to at least preface it a little bit, okay? And you're just looking for their opinion. See, if I think I'm listening to the call to see if I want to do it, I don't want to do it. While I'm listening to the call, this is what I'm going to be thinking. I'm already busy. I'm not interested in anything else. I'm not even going to listen. I'm not going to hear it the way I need to hear it. But if you've gone through this process and you said, give me your opinion, look, do people like giving their opinions? They're going to give you their opinion whether they listen to this call or not. It might as well be an educated opinion. So they're going to hear it differently if they think it's just to give you their opinion. And that's it. Look, here's the beauty of the 5-minute call. You can stumble, bumble, and fumble your way through that. As long as they get on the call, they're at least going to understand what it is. It's designed to give them enough information without going overboard so that they, right then and there, can tell if this is something they want to do or not. And then at the end of this process, when my friend says, well, I don't know if I can do that, I'm not really a salesperson, blah, 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 right? This stuff that people say. What I can say to them is I say, what about what I did can't you do? So you're telling me you can't have somebody listen to a 5-minute phone call? Well, yeah, I can do that. Okay, great. Then you can do it. But I can only say that unless I follow the approach. So that's the invite. Listen, that's not the hard part. This is the part that I struggled with, that most people struggle with. It's what do you do after the call to then get them as a customer and then eventually get them to do something, refer people, right? Is this not where we struggle?
Yep.
So let me tell you what our experience has shown us. It is important for you to understand that people will sign up as your customer for 2 reasons. Number 1 is they want to make money. This is an easy one. They're on the call. Great. I want to be in the business. I want to do this. I'm signing my bill up. You don't really need much training for that. Okay? The second reason, and I want you to notice first what it isn't. It's not to save money on their bill. It's to help and support you in your business. Very important that you realize that. See, our primary goal here is we want to get that customer signed up right then and there. And if you 3-way them into the call, right, you can then go through this follow-up process and get them as a customer. When do you want to get paid? Now, right? When do you want your new people to get paid? Now. They need those 10 now. We need them to get that check. Now, I'm going to talk a second about the savings aspect of it here, where that comes into play. But the key that you want to do is you want to leverage your relationship. You need to realize that it is the relationship you have with that person that is going to get them over That's that little bit of skepticism that most people have about this, right? They've never been able to do this before, right? Most people would rather just not even deal with it. They're getting all these mailers, and they just throw them out. They're like, you know what? I don't want to deal with it. It's easier to do that. And if you're not leveraging the relationship, you're giving them an easy out. It's the relationship that's going to get them over that little bit of hesitation, that little bit of skepticism. And here's why we push the relationship so hard. It has become very obvious to us that the first step in somebody actually doing the business is they have to become a customer first. Now that's obvious, but there's other nuances to that. If I can get you as a customer right then and there on the spot, and it's a comfortable, easy conversation, you listen to a call, I ask you to do me a favor, I sign you up, and then I turn around and give you a website and say, can you send people to that website? You make money. That's the business. That's how simple you've got to be shown. Some of us are making this so much harder than it needs to be. We're going into these elaborate presentations and answering questions, and we want to break down the compensation. Don't do that. Have them listen to a 5-minute call. Here's your website. Can you send people to this and make money? That's our business. But that doesn't happen unless they've experienced it and become a customer.